Hello. We are.
Sorry. We have a moment.
Cool. Hello. We are.
Annie and Konstantin.
And you're watching another episode of.
Updates.
And today is a very exciting day. That's why we thought we'd take you along.
Because we are going into our very first, very professional radio interview.
For the youth program of the Bayerische Rundfunk, which is pretty cool. And since the Bayerische Rundfunk is in Munich and we're in Stuttgart and we're actually not part of Bavaria, we'll have a conference call with a radio person in Munich. Technology!
Now I'm feeling self-conscious.
This is our preparation routine. So, besides our radio adventures, we've been spreading the word more or less successfully.
Crowdfunding is hard. Not that we didn't know this.
But we really didn't know. Now we kinda know.
Have we not done anything else newsworthy?
No.
This week was hard. This week was really hard.
Crowdfunding is not for sissies.
I think you always had that graph, that tub, where in the beginning you have more and then you have that dead valley and then it goes back up again at the end. And I always thought that was just contributions, of course, at the beginning it's exciting, at the end it's exciting, in the middle it's like, whatever. But I think it's also energy, because you start and you're like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever done. And then you get to the middle part and you're like, I need a nap and also a cookie. And now it's getting back to the point where it's getting exciting. I'm feeling a second peak coming, which is hopefully going to be about, 20 times as high as the initial peak.
I can't tell you if you're right. Obviously I very much hope that you're right.
I think we started too slow, because we were waiting for that 20%, and then we got exhausted. I don't think we did anything wrong, and I think we're doing the right things, and I think we do have some really cool things in store. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
There's only one thing you can do that would be wrong, and that is to do nothing.
We have not been doing nothing. Nothing is not a thing we have done recently.
We have done everything except for nothing.
Man, I look forward to doing nothing for a little while here sometime in the foreseeable future. So, big ol' learning experience. Very exciting, very educational, very exhausting, but good things are ahead.
With a million gazillion things we are working at the same time during this campaign, I have been thinking about self-awareness and project management, if you will. Because I have this theory about creating things that are good, and most importantly that are better than the things you previously did. And I've come to realize that for many projects that I did and do, and I work on constantly for a while, there comes this point where I'm like, this is really tiring and I wanna quit. And I think this is comparable to working out, to practicing a skill, a craft. Because when you do something you kinda know, there are many things that you do more or less effortlessly. And no matter if it's your 50th squat or that piece of classical music that is just outside of your skill set and you've been practicing this little partiture of 10 tones for an hour now, there comes a point where you're like, God, that's no fun. And I think the first thing is important is to realize the point as a thing that happens naturally. And what I try to do is always to push a little bit past that point. Not to the complete point of exhaustion, but like one task that I'm working right now, like editing something, doing the color correction, writing something. So a part of a project, and try to finish that. And after that, be like, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna go sleep. So not trying to do more after that, but once you've closed a part, and then be like, okay, I'm done. When I return the next day, it's usually have been worth it. So my epiphany this week is be aware of your limits, use them as an indicator that you're doing the right thing, push beyond those limits but not too far. Know when you're done and give your body and your mind a rest. And I think this is basically what working out is, what training is, what improving your craft means. Doing more or less slightly more than you're comfortable with. That's what I've been thinking about.
So kind of going completely against Konstantin's epiphany, I've been thinking about how I work. Because I have a lot to do, and I'm trying to do a lot of things. And I've been working hard this entire week, and it feels like I got nothing done. And it's because while I've made significant progress on many things, I haven't accomplished anything. I have a class this semester where I'm supposed to write a 10-page research proposal. And yeah, I haven't done much of that before, and yeah, it's good to learn. But holy hell, I do not need to be working on this continuously over 7 weeks. I need to sit down, take a couple days, research, and then write the damn thing and turn it in. It's not like it's a real thing, it's not like I'm actually applying for research with this thing, it's practice. But no, we have these continuous assignments to keep working on it bit by bit. And it occurs to me, now that I'm thinking about it, that that's sort of how we were supposedly taught to do things. You are supposed to work on things continuously and bit by bit and keep making progress and improving on that progress. And that has never worked for me. Every paper I've ever turned in, I started working on and then I kept working on it until it was done. And that involved many all-nighters, and that was not the, healthiest or smoothest or best workflow. But that's how I work, and that's how I feel good about working. I really, really like to start with a thing and then just bite myself into that thing and not let go until it's thoroughly chewed and done. And right now I don't get to. I have shifts at work, and I have class, and I have about 280 different little projects involved with the crowdfunding, and I'm trying to chip away at all of them. I'm trying to do a little bit here and a little bit there, and some of this and some of that. And it used to be that way I can't make any progress at all, because I can't get anywhere, and I am making progress. If I really concentrate and look at what I've done, yes, I am further than I was a week ago, but it doesn't feel like progress. And I don't have a good answer. I have a degree in education, and I'm pretty damn sure that different people just work different ways. And I'm pretty damn sure that in order to work productively, you gotta figure out how you work best and stick to that. And myself, for one, really just like to work on one thing and kill it dead and then pick up the next thing. And this semester is not letting me do that, and I really would like to kill that semester dead because of it, and I freaking will. But good lord, I needed progress in the sense of accomplishing things. So, yeah. My to-do list for tonight has me accomplishing 3 solid things, which is a very realistic goal considering that I've been up for many hours already. Crowdfunding is not for sissies. I think we have some good plans and we're actually making good progress on executing them. So stay tuned, because in the next couple of weeks this thing is gonna explode.
In our faces.
It's gonna explode either way. There will be explosions. Of the non-actual explosion sort of kind. Sort of kind.
Hello!